By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready, set. Topper!
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And incomplete to open things up. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Ready?
Here's Tannehill. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Roll out. Ready, go. 5.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's put that team on.
On first down, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Henry on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Ready.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. 22 yards there, a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
SOS. Undercrunch. Out. Leg. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he score! Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
Now the Titans getting set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Touchdown, Titans! Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Bills getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flush to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase in.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Watch the safety creep. Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Bang, bang. Hatchet. Leo. Hey. High 7, 5.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Check 55 to Mike. I got 52. He's checking it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Mike 5-4. All day.
On 1st down, Allen. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. This meeting between the Bills and Titans, part of the NFL 100 series, and everybody remembers the Music City Miracle back in 1999 with 16 seconds left and the Titans trailing by 1. They took the kickoff. Frank Wycheck threw a lateral pass across the field to Kevin Dyson, who went 75 yards untouched. for the game-winning score, as if the Bills had not already endured enough postseason heartache from the early 90s, and then they would not make the playoffs again until a couple of years ago in 2017. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Oh, he's got his man open out of the backfield. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They find Yeldon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Yeldon running right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Watch the shift. Hey, switch gear. 6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Here's Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Ready.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Let's go, baby.
reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. Focus, defense, focus.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's complete to Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Tannehill now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Joker, 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 Joker. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50.
To the air again, Tannehill. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Back to throw, Tannehill. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right, maybe. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. The open man is Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And watch that middle. Check 54.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20.
Ready? 10 Lobo. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Expired.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. To throw is Tannehill. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Allen to throw. Operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Slam.
On play action, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd and 2, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Tannehill He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Get out the field, defense. Tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 40 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through, but in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
At the 32-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Big series.
Allen, there goes a deep ball, end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's 3rd and 5.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We own it. We own it.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Round 80. Right there in the middle.
Allen now. From the gun, he'll throw. Touchdown, Buffalo. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive, remember we talked with the offensive line, and one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't even have to make a great block for him. If I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me, often that opens up enough space for him to go.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
50,
Recon. 132 fighter.
55.
Lee Griffin.
A first down carry for Henry. And not much. catch, maybe a yard up to the 29. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the screen.
Clear.
Lucky. Mike's 50.
Snap.
Again, it's Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Got 3 down.
Five.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
White now to return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. From the gun, Allen. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, pass caught. It's the rookie from Ole Miss, Dawson Knox. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Squeeze. Roll out.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Tennessee, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.